Hey everyone, this guide is a surefire way to get you through the War Priest during the King's Fall raid. The War Priest seems pretty tough, but once you understand the mechanic, it's actually quite a simple fight. Everyone needs to know their role and do it well, and you should be fine. Let's explain the terrain first. The most central element you should be worried about are the platforms. There are 3, but let's get the naming thing out of the way now, as it's probably the most confusing part. During our runs, we like to number the platforms to make things easier for everyone. You can name them whatever you want, but we use numbers. The platform on the right when you walk in will always be called number 1. The middle will always be number 2, and the high platform will always be number 3. Got it? Good. As for builds and weapons, everyone should have a sniper, preferably Black Spindle, as it will make this fight go much quicker. Also, you want to have at least 1 Titan with a defender skill tree unlocked, but 2 won't hurt. As always, the superior Titan helps his feeble brethren with the vital Ward of Dawn. Now, onto mechanics. The War Priest battle should have Guardians break off into 3 teams of 2, 1 for each platform. Once they are in position, they step onto their designated platform and the fight begins. The War Priest will yell and adds will start spawning out of 3 areas. Each team of 2 is responsible for wiping out these groups. For platforms 1 and 3, your adds will spawn on either side of the War Priest. Platform 2, yours are from the doors under the priest. Once the cannon fodder is dealt with, 3 yellow bar knights will appear, signaling the progression to the next part of the fight. Take them down and here's where the fun begins. 1 guardian from platform 2 should be designated the spotter, and everyone else should find a safe spot near their platform to wait. The spotter should stand under the War Priest and look back towards the platforms. Each platform has a large stone in front of it, and the backside, which now only the spotter can see, will light up blue, signaling the order in which to step on these platforms. The spotter should then call out which is blue, and the corresponding guardian will step on his or her platform. If you break the sequence, the platforms will turn orange, which means someone went out of order, and you should all step off and reset. Once you successfully complete the sequence, the last guardian to step on the last platform will get an area of effect buff that allows any guardians inside of it to do damage to the War Priest. But before we get to that, listen up because this is very important. Once the damage phase of the fight is over, the War Priest will shoot a large attack that will kill anyone not nearby a platform. You should all be huddled around one, and after the damage phase, the platform becomes unusable to save you from that big attack. Picture it this way. The large stone in front of the platform shields you from that big attack and disintegrates in the process. That means in round 2, if the last platform is the one that you previously used and the big rock in front of it is gone, you should all go to a different platform, otherwise you will not have the big stone and you will all die. Now that that's out of the way, let's shoot the War Priest. Remember when I said the last person who steps on the last platform gets a buff? Yeah, well now that person has a pretty tough job. The buff is called the Brand of the Initiate, and next to it pops up a little timer with a ×5 multiplier. The timer counts down to 0, and each time it gets close, that person wants to find an ad on the map and kill it. Killing one will bump the timer back up to 10 and extend the amount of time that the rest of the fire team can stand in the circle to do damage to the priest. An important thing to keep in mind though, do not just shoot 5 ads in a row and think the timer will add more and more time. All you will end up doing is burning through the time quicker. If you shoot an Acolyte with a timer at 8 seconds, it'll just go back up to 10 and you just lost more time your team needs to damage the War Priest. If you are the brand holder, make sure you stay near the platform as other guardians need a clear shot to the priest. Also, if the timer goes down to 0 without an ad kill, the person with the brand dies and it gets handed off to someone else. Quickly communicate and find out who has the brand so that person can start shooting the Acolytes. Meanwhile, the rest of the fire team should find the person with the buff and get inside the red circle to start unloading. Get those black spindles out and continually stagger the priest until the person with the buff runs out of time. If you have the defender titan ready, he or she should be placing a Ward of Dawn with weapons of light behind the platform. Guardians should continually pass through it to keep weapons of light activated, as it allows you to do major damage to the priest with your sniper. After the timer runs out, huddle together on the platform and await the big attack from the priest. Once that is done, get back to your original positions and repeat until the fight is over. Here are some final tips before you go though. Our fire team likes to avoid having everyone jump up to the top platform if the brand holder is up there. We usually have them jump down and go to platform 1 if that is still available, and then do 2 rounds at platform 2. This is a little risky as it means you have to take the boss down in 3 rounds, but is much more streamlined. Also, if you have a second Titan, have them equip a Blessings of Light Ward of Dawn that they can put near the platform as well. Guardians that are in trouble can pass through it to receive the shield it provides so they can concentrate on doing damage to the boss. And my last tip is to put your weaker guardians in charge of stepping on the platforms. That way, if they are the one who gets the brand, you have your stronger fire team members doing maximum damage to the boss. Thank you for watching everyone. For more raid content, head on over to destinydb.com.